Do you want to know how I know Jesus was not crucified? Read my new webpage titled Crucifixion under the Contradictions tab. On the webpage, I give a detailed account of the Last Supper and the crucifixion according to all four Gospels. This makes it easier to see the contradictions between the four Gospels. I also created navigation buttons at the top of the webpage to help you find the different sections within the article. Share the webpage with your friends so they too can learn the truth. Millions of people will be disappointed that they are not God's chosen people for believing in the resurrected Jesus. But we can be sure no one will be punished in hell for all eternity because they don't believe a Roman propaganda campaign against their enemies, the Jews. I feel sorry for the people who will be shattered to learn Jesus was not real, but I'm happy for all the people in the future who will not be deceived into believing such horrible lies. The fear of hell is how the Romans have spread their false Christian religion throughout the world. People need to be set free from Roman tyranny. No one lives after death, so live while you have the chance. I want to go ahead and read you my conclusion, then you need to go read the rest of the article for the details. Since the four Bible Gospels either copy from each other or deliberately oppose each other, we can know they are using each other as reference material. I believe Mark was the first Gospel, then Luke was written to change some specific things Mark said, but Matthew was written to side with Mark over Luke. Then John was written to correct mistakes in all three. None of the Gospels were written by eyewitnesses. They just show how the story changed over time, and they show specifically which parts of the narrative were offensive to some believers. For example, the author of John refuses to admit that Jesus asked God in agony to let this cup pass from him. When you combine the evidence of the changing gospel narrative with the knowledge of what crucifixions were really like, you come to the unavoidable conclusion that whoever told this story is not telling the truth. So who would have a reason to lie and create a world religion built on lies? Isn't it obvious? The Romans fought multiple wars with the Jews because the Jews rebelled against Rome. Rome destroyed Jerusalem and the Jewish temple in 70 CE. Then a new religion appears in the Roman Empire centered around a crucified Jewish Messiah. Gospel means good news of military victory, and the good news of the Bible is that the Jewish law has been made obsolete. Who made the law obsolete? It wasn't Jesus. It was the Romans when they destroyed Jerusalem. When the Jews lost the war, their God was crucified symbolically, and Christianity became a required religion for the Jew first, then to the whole Roman Empire, the Gentiles. All four Gospels agree that Pontius Pilate found no fault with Jesus, but Pilate gave in to the Jewish demands to crucify Jesus. Pilate was a real governor of Judea, and we have historical accounts of his ruthless leadership. The Jews did oppose Pilate on several occasions, but Pilate would rather unalive the Jews than give them what they wanted. The fictional Bible story is overtly saying the Romans were innocent of the blood of Jesus and the Jews were entirely to blame. This tells you which side the authors were on in the war between the Romans and the Jews. I also pointed out above how the authors of the Gospels did not understand the Jewish feast days, which is another dead giveaway that the authors were not Jewish. The Greek New Testament was written in Greek because Greek was the most common language in the Roman Empire. The Jews are the enemies in the Greek New Testament because the real authors were the Romans. To find the full article, go to my TikTok homepage, click on the Linktree link. Then the second link from the top is website Bible Mastery. Click that. That will take you to the Bible Mastery homepage. Click the Contradictions tab in the menu, then click the Crucifixion tab. And you're there.